it's. Right now, there are more than 20,000 people behind bars in South Carolina prisons, and for many, when they're released, they'll have trouble landing a job because of their record.
Our Georgia Godfrey was at a job fair today that is helping people overcome these roadblocks and start their careers.
A brother of mine who came home in the same condition, and he couldn't find a job. He struggled and ended up returning to the streets, and he was murdered in 2012.
Kimani Davis is an ex-offender and knows the trouble of finding a job too well. That's why job fairs aimed at giving people with marks on their record a second chance are so important.
When I was released, there was nobody to give me guidance in order to tell me what I needed to do to get myself on the right track. So I went through the process alone.
We found that if you help these individuals obtain employment, they have a better chance of not going back to jail. And it decreases the crime rate, and it also helps families that have been struggling for a long time without that breadwinner in the household.
The job fair works with employers that will look past criminal records and give that person the second chance they need to make a change for the better.
I think it does help because it keeps an employer from looking at the box and not actually looking at the employee and what they're capable of or their resume.
Employers say even with initiatives like Ban the Box and job fairs like this, there are still limitations on the types of jobs someone with a criminal background can get.
Then there's state jobs and federal jobs that if you have some type of barrier, you might not be allowed to work on. But also for a lot of companies, like I also own a construction company, our insurance has a requirement for us to check that you have a background for us to insure you on our policy.
The Second Chance Job Fair is also an opportunity for people with disabilities to find jobs. Employers say that is another area where people have trouble starting careers. In Columbia, Georgia Godfrey, 7 News.